Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello. You should go definitely subscribe and follow all my socials down in the description below. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you so much. I'm here to give in and spill all the secrets. Well, most. I kind of like put down things that I didn't really hear a lot, or things that I thought that stuck out, you know, that was more important. Because if you don't know already, I am a rising senior. Like, I'm pretty much a senior right now, which is crazy to say out loud, but it's true. Regardless, I have learned a lot throughout, you know, the 3 years that I've spent in high school, and I'm here and I have it all down on my phone. Now you may have to see my lock screen because it's actually not even open yet, but that's okay. I kind of broke this down into like different categories. Also, if you see me just kind of looking off to the side a little bit, I'm looking into like my viewfinder because my battery's running low and I just want to make sure that, I don't know, that you can still see me, things like that. Yeah. Okay, I do have a general kind of list here, but I'm also going to say things that also come to my mind. Like, obviously, I'm not just going to follow verbatim off of this list, but if there's anything extra that you guys would like to know, just comment it down in the, what? I almost said the description. That is not right. Comment it down in the comments below. And I will definitely try to get back to you in time, because I've been noticing that people have been leaving comments and they'd be like, oh, 6 days later, I'm sorry, I don't see the comments. Like, it didn't tell me in time. I have to literally go in my YouTube studio and see it myself. So I'm so sorry if I respond to your comment a little bit later than you would probably like, but trust me, I am coming around to the comments. Okay, one of the first and the most important things you're going to need to know in your high school career, whether you're a freshman or not, this is your time to reinvent yourself, okay? If you're a freshman, you're just coming straight out of middle school, you know, you guys are gonna start changing. Yeah, that's probably something that you've probably seen or heard in a lot of these videos. You're gonna start changing, you're gonna You're going to start having different interests. You are also going to start, you know, wanting to meet new people, find new people. Same thing that happened like when you went into middle school. It's literally middle school, but like now you're older and like you're gonna have more drama, pretty much. Like, that's literally what this is. And let's say you're not a freshman, you know, you have that little 3 months to change. Like 3 months, you really can't do much with that, I'm gonna be real, but you can try your best, because it doesn't have to only be 3 months. You can still change and like invent yourself during the school year. I feel like that's the thing that not many people try to recognize, or like, yeah, whatever. You can still change while you're doing the school year, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm trying to do. By college, or if I decide to go to college, that's what I'm gonna do. Like, what are you talking about? I'm starting now. But yes, this is your time to reinvent yourself. You know, if you wanna do a new style, try it. If you wanna join a new sport, join it. I will go more into that later, because you know what? If you're a freshman, all options open up for you, just saying. The next thing is, if you're a freshman, this year is the foundation for you. Like, you're setting up your whole high school career just from your freshman year. Some people may be like, oh, it's not that important because, you know, it's your first year, you know. Obviously, you do want to try everything, but you do not want to take it as a joke, because you got to work with that GPA you just made that first year. It's very hard to try to kind of get it back up. I mean, it's not impossible. You definitely can bring up your GPA, but it's not an easy task. So don't try to go slacking off, none of that. You know, try to have a schedule, have a time to be like, okay, these days or these times I need to do work. I'm here to work. And these other times, you know, I'm hanging out with my friends, do whatever, you know. If you want to get a job, do that. If you want to graduate early, try to work towards that path instead. Like, you may want to map out things you want to get done earlier. Because, look, if you're trying to graduate early, now you need to take your SAT or ACT if you want to do that. Or if you can do that early, you're going to want to get your letter of recommendations and stuff early, things like that. My number one thing, you know, you just download games that do not need Wi-Fi. And then also, here what I'm gonna want to download. The what? Guys, bear with me. You're gonna want to download music, okay? That's my number one tip. And you may be like, why are you talking about this? Because it's important. Listen, I'm not advocating for you to, like, you know, not pay attention in class. But there's gonna be moments where like you either know what's going on, or it's like you have some free time, whatever, that music's gonna help you. So download some music, because all the time that school internet is not gonna work. It's just not. You do not want to rely on it. Download the music. So if you can, get a subscription, so then you can listen to whatever you want. That's not a thing that I hear or seen a lot of videos. You're gonna be bored in school. Maybe that's why, because you're in school and you should probably not be playing games in school. But listen, like, you're probably gonna have a homeroom or something like that where you just have nothing to do. You're gonna be bored. It's also a time to bond with people, you know what I'm saying? Like, if there's a game that you can play with like somebody else, there you go, you're bonding. Congratulations. And then also for the shopping bit, you are probably not gonna buy as many supplies as you used to, because you're definitely not gonna use everything. I feel like that's a known thing though. Like, you're not gonna use every single thing that you buy. Here's things that you at least need. You know you're gonna need at least one notebook, some pencils and some pens and some scissors. And then you don't wanna carry that with your hands, you know, buy a pencil pouch and a calculator. And highlighters aren't really important. You know, honestly, most of the things teachers kind of supply, so yeah. But what I just listed is really the main things that you need. Everything else is extra. I would probably wait till you actually go to school to be able to see like, okay, I'm gonna need this, this, and that. Because obviously in high school, you don't have a list really. Like, maybe your teachers are emailing you during the summer and be like, hey, you need this, this, and this for the class, so be prepared. Other than that, you do not have a list to go off of. You just kind of got to use your brain like, okay, I did this in middle school, or I used kind of this last year, so I'm gonna buy it again, or I'm gonna just use it again. Yeah, refurbish stuff, because you're probably gonna need to do that. Also, my battery's gonna die, so let me change it real quick. Okay, but yeah, the goal is to just not waste any money, because believe it or not, you're probably gonna waste many things. Like, even if the teacher tells you you're gonna need this, this, and this, like, buy the lowest amount. Do not even buy the amount that they tell you, because you're probably not even gonna use all of it. Next segment, that was like my general segment. So this segment is like the friends, the drama, things like that. Now, let's say, you know, you don't like to talk to people as much, you're a little bit shyer, you're on the shy side. That is fine. Obviously, I'm not saying like throw yourself out at people, like don't throw yourself at people, but like, you're gonna need to talk if you want to make some friends. Like, you cannot just sit there and expect people to be like, I mean, people may, you know what I'm saying? Like, they see you just kind of lonely, they may talk to you, but if you're gonna make the friends that you probably want to make, like if you're eyeing that person over there, you're like, oh, I really want to be their friend, go up to them and be like, hey, what's your name? I don't know, it can honestly be really easy, but like, I also am just good with conversation. Like, I'm good at starting conversations and kind of keeping it, as long as like we're in person. Like on text or something like that, that's a different, you know, whatever. But if you're new to the school, or like, you know, you're in a class with people you don't really know, or you're a freshman, again, people are probably just as scared as you to talk. Like, they're being surrounded by new people too, so I'm sure they're probably gonna like to see somebody who has like a friendly face and like wants to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? You could be that person, or that could be the person to you. It doesn't matter, okay? It can be vice versa. Just try to start conversations. Also, keep in mind, like, one of these people could be your forever friends. The people who you're friends with, like, during this time, I know a lot of people say like you're gonna lose them throughout the years. Okay, whatever. Like, there are a couple friendships that I have lost, but it's like, it was for the better, because looking back on it, we do not have much that was in common anyway. So yeah, but like, these are people who could be your friends like in your adulthood and things like that. So just try to make the most of it. Also, especially if you're a freshman, you are definitely in prime time to do something new. So I definitely thought this as well when I was a freshman. I'm like, oh, I'm getting too old now. Like, I can't do nothing new. Like, I cannot do a new sport or anything like that. Like, everybody else started when they're 5. They're definitely like maxed out in like this game. And so you may have some sports schools at your school where people are just like really, really good. But at the same time, in freshman year, a lot of sports groups, they are accepting new kids. They want to see new talent. Okay, so you're new to a sport. This is your prime time. You know, when you get a little older, it's gonna be harder, because they'll be like, okay, you're this old. I have this many people who have been working for, you know, at least a few years, and you're just starting out. Sophomore, junior year, maybe a little bit harder. Definitely maybe harder senior year. It just really depends on where you're at and the talent at your school. But you're gonna wanna try all the new things that you want to try freshman year. Do not be scared, because trust me, people are looking for new talent. Especially if you're joining a new club as well. This is gonna be your time, you know, to kind of get a leadership opportunity in there, especially if you are trying to do college and make it look good in your resume or anything. Freshman year, work your way up the ranks in like any club that you're trying to be in, or again, a sport, have leadership or a captain position. That will work well in your favor throughout the years. Also, the clubs and the sports are a prime way to make new friends. you're joining a club or a sport where people have similar interests as you. Boom, you already have something that you guys are interested in. No way that you aren't gonna have a topic that you guys can naturally talk about, and then talking to like different things and things like that. And then you're now gonna be hanging out every day, you know what I'm saying, on the phone all the time, texting, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You just made a new best friend forever, for life, actually. The next thing is the drama. Now, listen, you're not gonna have as much drama as you probably had in like your elementary, middle school years. But there is still gonna be some drama. So there's gonna be a couple fights here and there. And whether they're physical or not, just try to think level-headed. Because you know, people are like, you know, be the bigger person. You know, okay, yeah, you should probably be the bigger person in most situations. Because most of the time, it's never that serious. It's never that serious. So like, just try to keep your head up, but also know like to defend yourself. Like, don't let nobody like bully you though. Like on the low, don't let nobody do that. Like at a point, defend yourself, but you don't have to always defend yourself physically. So yeah, there will be drama. Obviously I can't be like, try to stay out of it, because like, even if you do, it may find you. Just know how to kind of control yourself through the situation. And especially try to know the other person who is involved in the drama as well. Because let's say you get involved in the drama, but the other person on the other side of the drama is not level-headed, they're a hothead or something like that. You already know there's no point in fighting with them because they're never going to be level-headed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just, you know, be like, okay, and move on with your day, because it's really not that serious. Yeah, guys, speaking from experience. But about your privacy and your secrets and things like that, if you do not want anybody to know, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Do not tell anybody, because you know how many things I have heard because people don't keep things to themselves. You think you're gonna tell one person, but really now the whole school knows. Everybody knows your secret now. You want to keep it secret, it's just not gonna happen. Especially not in high school. I mean, it's not gonna be like, oh, everybody knows now, everybody's like staring at you, talking about you, blah, blah, blah. I mean, they could be, but it's more like gonna be like on the low. Like now everybody knows your secret, but they're not gonna be like outright and be like, oh, I know your secret. Like it's just gonna be in the back of their head. So now it's gonna be like one of the things that's gonna pop up when somebody mentions you, or like when they look at you or something like that. So if you do wanna keep things like on the low or private, just don't share with anybody. Unless you're 1000% sure you can like trust that person, like A and B, don't add a C into it. But even that's a little bit iffy, I don't know. Just do what you will with that information. Okay, now with classes. You're probably going to have AP or IB classes. Some people don't, so like if you don't, you could just skip this, but I still have information for you. But like if you have AP classes, just know that those classes, they are not everything. They're really not. You only get a credit if you don't take the test anyway. Just like take the college courses, like yeah, do that, that's easier. And you're actually gonna get the credit for getting an A in the class, rather than taking an AP class, getting an A in it, and then taking the test and then possibly not getting the credit. It's just not worth it. Unless it's free. Cause sometimes, like, at least, I don't know if it's just my school, but like sometimes like the test is paid for by something. I don't even know what it's paid for, but thank you. But also knowing that AP classes is just not everything, know what you can handle. Because taking 5 to 8 AP classes is not gonna help you for real. You're just stressing yourself out. Honestly, I don't even think that's worth it, but do what you want, honestly. But that's just not worth it. So sorry. It's smarter and better to just take a regular class that you know you're gonna get an A in than taking an AP class and then knowing you're probably gonna get like a C in it or something. And like you're failing the AP class or the honors class. It's just not worth it. Sometimes regulars are okay. And then the main thing is try to maintain your grades. Because not all the time the teachers are gonna curve it. Like you need to know the teacher. You can literally be buddy-buddy with the teacher. It doesn't mean they're gonna curve anything. I know from experience. Cause listen, it doesn't even have to be you. It can be the school. The school made one of my specific teachers so mad that she was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. The school said this and this about me, or this and this about teachers. So you know what? No. Guys, I was like point zero something away from getting a extra letter grade, and she just would not do it. She was not budging. I even like redid other assignments. Like I redid other English, I mean not English, it was Spanish class. I redid some other Spanish assignments, you know, to like bump the grade up. And I mean it helped a little bit, but it didn't give me the little boost I needed. Like I just needed that small decimal. and she would not give it to me. So just try to, you know, maintain the grades, study when you can. Honestly, like, I honestly despise studying. I kind of just don't do it. I mean, like, it's the truth, because it's just too much sometimes. Sometimes I just need like my own break. I need my own time, and school is not it. But school should be important. I do study a little bit. I just will throw that in there because yeah. Honestly, I hope the information helped you. I did talk a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I hope you found my point through in all that talking I did. Anyways, yes, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, press the notification bell down below, and follow my socials linked in the description down below as well. I'm not putting it on the screen this time because what's the point? You're just gonna see it down there. And you can just click the link and it's easier. Also, I'm probably gonna ask a question of the day in the comments, so definitely respond to that comment or leave a comment of your own if you have any questions or anything like that. I hope you have a good day, and I hope you enjoy your next school year. Bye.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life moves fast when you're doing what you want.